Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I have another really cool Eachine product. This was sent to me by Banggood for review for their singles event. This is the Eachine EV800DM. It's the new version of the Eachine EV800. It is way different than the old one. And let's go ahead and take a look at it. So the thing with these box goggles I've always had an issue with is the screen is almost always way too close to my eyes, and it's very, very difficult to focus, and I really can't use these. This one has a very simple change to it. It has this telescoping feature, which basically just takes the screen and moves it away from that Fresnel lens in here, and it makes it very comfortable to use. I don't have to strain my eyes to see the screen anymore. It actually looks really good, and this thing is actually pretty darn comfortable to wear. I flew with it all day today and didn't bother me one bit. There wasn't any hot spots, no sore spots, nothing. This is actually pretty nice, and it's fairly light as well. Let's get out the scale here and see how much she really clocks in at. And it is 314 grams, so not too shabby. It feels really light, and it's very, very balanced on your head. It's not like all the weight's up here. I mean, obviously most of the weight's up here, but it's pretty well balanced. It uses this nice 3-point head strap to hold it on your melon there, and I really kind of like this. If I had to start out and I had to pick a box goggle or a budget option, this would probably fit the bill. I don't wear glasses, so that's not really a concern of mine, but this is designed to fit glasses, and the instructions say this will fit a set of glasses that are 140 millimeters by 40 millimeters. So, it obviously depends on your style of glasses that you wear, but they also do have a optical lens, and if you look down inside here, you see these little clips. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. See that little clip down there? There's one on the other side. And there's supposed to be an optical lens that can snap inside of this, and I'm not sure exactly what that is. If that's just like a +2 diopter, or if that's a custom prescription insert you can get. But either way, it has options for that. Another cool thing this thing has is it has a spot for SD card for the DVR. The DVR is actually pretty decent. I have some issues with reading the file format with Windows Photo or whatever, but Windows Media Player seems to play it just fine. We'll see how Adobe likes editing it. Now in the box, you do get some goodies. You get a set of antennas. You get a weird patch-looking antenna and what looks like an Omni antenna. These things suck. These things are terrible antennas. I usually fly from my basement out to the fence line. I couldn't get halfway there before I completely lost signal. These did not work out very good at all. So then I came back and I threw on the Menace RC Bandicoot linear antenna and one of these Luminar Axie 2s, and I had actually pretty darn good reception. So if you have a set of these, plan on buying a good set of antennas, because the ones that come with it, they might get you by for like really close proximity indoor flying, but you're going to need something better. And these are actually pretty good antennas. If you're interested in these, make sure you check down below. And while you're there, why don't you like and subscribe? I'd really appreciate it. It would really help me out. Now this goggle is it's got this this like rubberized matte black finish to it. It feels really nice. Pretty easy operation. Power button, hold it for a couple seconds, and boom, your screen kicks on. Here, let me throw a quad on real quick so you can kind of take a look. There we go. The auto scan function seems to work pretty good. It found the channel I was looking for right off the bat. It does have a OSD inside of there, so you can read your band channel diversity. If you turn the DVR on, you'll see the little tail light up here. You have a little battery indicator, which brings me to another interesting point of this, is it doesn't take an external battery. The battery's internal to it. And the only downside of this goggle that I've found so far is this. This is how you charge it. This stupid little proprietary barrel connector is how you power it, and off of this USB cord. And it just plugs in right here. It will run off of this. If the battery dies, you can charge and fly at the same time. It does come with a USB power brick, which is kind of nice. So it's a 5-volt, 2-amp power brick. But this is probably going to be the Achilles heel of this whole thing. Is this little connector? I mean, it is really small. This is a double-aught screwdriver, so you can get an idea how big that is. So pretty small. It's probably gonna be what gets ruined first. And it does come with a AV in jack, which is kind of cool. I don't really know what I would use it for, but hey, maybe you can play a sim if you have all the other connectors for it. But anyways, the screen is very bright, very clear, pretty good color reproduction. You have all the typical options you would expect, where you can change your brightness, contrast, color, sharpness. You can rotate the screen for some reason, volume, because it does receive audio. The OSD, the little green thing up at the top there. Language, and on the bottom you've got your search button and the way you turn your DVR on. If you do turn this off without stopping the DVR, it saves your file, so no worries there. So all in all, this is actually a pretty decent goggle. But let's go ahead and take it a step further and see what is underneath the hood, shall we? Grab our T-Motor T5150 prop. These things make great sputter tools. I'll be honest with you, this prop wasn't even bad before I started doing this, and probably won't be bad after doing this. These things are dang near indestructible. There we go. There we go. We got her out. There's the Fresnel lens if you need to get in there and clean that, because it is covered in all sorts of schmoo from the factory. Here we have the screen. Pop this guy out of here. And it looks like it's held together by a couple screws, Phillips head screws here in the corner. There we go. And there's our screen. It's that Fresnel lens really makes this thing look huge. The screen is about 162 by, sorry, no, the screen's 62 by 48. And with that Fresnel lens, it gives us a field of view of about 140 degrees. So that lens really makes a big difference. I'll go ahead and pop this guy out of here. So there we go. We got the screen out. Disconnect the battery. And there's your receiver. So this is True Diversity. There are two r-xsr modules. I'm assuming that's what these are, because there really isn't a whole lot else out there. And there's your screen. Your screen's not held in by anything other than these little clips. So if this thing starts bouncing around, it's not because the adhesive came off. It's because these broke. If you have a buddy with a 3D printer, they'll probably be able to hook you up good and proper. And there you go. So that's the screen and receiver module. And here is the LiPo. I'm not going to pull this out of here. It seems to be kind of glued in place, and I don't want to wreck this thing. I mean, at least not yet. So there it is. Looks like a 1S LiPo. So if you wanted to scab on like a 18650 pack, this would be pretty easy, because this is just a standard pH 2.0 connector, kind of like right here, one of these. Look at that. Yeah, that's the same thing. Oh, here's an idea. You could just extend pH 2.0 out and run it off of that. Oh, that's right. I just killed this battery, didn't I? Dumbass. There you go. So yeah, you could run this off of some probably 18650 pack if you want to get some more runtime out of it. The LiPo that's in there manufacturer says it's a 2000 milli, or sorry, it's a 2 amp hour battery, and it'll run for about 2.2 hours, what they say. I would expect more like 2. But anyways, that's the innards of her. So let's go ahead and get this back together, and I'll show you some DVR footage from this right now. So there we go, back together just in time for that clip to end. So what are my thoughts on this? This is pretty darn good for a box goggle. Is this going to replace my Sky Zones? Hell, absolutely not. I don't like box goggles. But if I had to have a set of box goggles, I do like these. These are very easy to wear, very comfortable, very easy to fly through. They're light. They're cheap, which, you know, that's going to appeal to a lot of us, especially getting into this hobby. Overall, I'd say this is actually a good buy. I wouldn't hesitate to purchase one of these if you're in the market for a set of box goggles. They're pretty darn good. If you wear glasses, you'd have to take some measurements and see if they're actually going to fit in here. But if you don't wear glasses and you find that some box goggles are too close in, feel like you're going cross-eyed while you're wearing them, this might be what you're looking for. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking this out. I really hope you enjoy the content I'm providing for you. If you do enjoy that, why don't you go down and check out the product links in the description. If you have any questions about this or anything else in particular, I don't even really care what it's about, go ahead and drop a comment down below. I'll get back to you. I respond to everybody, and I help anybody out who needs help. Again, this was sent to me by Banggood for review. This is my unbiased opinion of this product. If it was garbage, I'd tell you. If it was awesome, well, I'm going to tell you that too, obviously. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.